I am Ramona and welcome to Ramona Interviews. And with me at the table today is Tom and Jared, and they have written a fabulous book. The book is called One Door Closes. And as I read here from a little press release, it says, are you looking for a vehicle to break through the roadblocks and detours that have sidetracked you on life's highway? Tom, tell us, what does that really mean?
Well, Ramona, as you know, we all face obstacles at some point in our life. It happens. We all come up to roadblocks. We all have a plan. We all have a goal that we're trying to reach. But sometimes life diverts us. Sometimes other people divert us. All sorts of obstacles that we encounter along life's highway. But our feeling is, if you have a plan, if you know what your goal is, and if you have a plan on how you're going to reach your goal, you are able then to go around those roadblocks when you come to them. Those roadblocks aren't going to stop you. And what we've done with our book, with One Door Closes, is we have gathered 16 guides, 16 people who have faced what they thought were seemingly insurmountable odds and obstacles in their lives, and how they persevered and how they were able to maneuver around those obstacles to achieve their goals.
It's fabulous. Jared, how'd you pick the people? Did they kind of come to you? Did you know them, or?
We knew a few of them. Some are friends of ours. And as we were discussing the book with other, we talked it up while we were doing it. People would say, oh, I have the person you need to talk to. They overcame this amazing amount of adversity, and you need to put them in the book. So then we would give them a call and see what their situation was and see if they were interested. And most people we contacted were on board right away.
Yes, and actually we originally started out only wanting to focus on 12 people, and the people then just kept coming and saying, oh, you have to include this person. They have an amazing story, and so it expanded to 16. And now we're hearing from other people who are saying, when you write the second volume, can I be in it? And then too, I was able to call upon some of my contacts in the entertainment industry, so that in addition to what we like to call the ordinary people who have achieved extraordinary things in their lives, people just like you and me, just common everyday people, we also have Sherry Payne, who was a lead singer with the Supremes in the 1970s, who has a very interesting story of lacking confidence in herself. And you would think that someone in her position, a lead singer of such a successful group, would have confidence supreme. But because of something her father said to her when she was a child and she lost a talent competition, and he said, no, you're not very good, that stayed with her into adulthood. And that affected her self-confidence. So she has a very interesting story. June Montero from the 60s girl group The Toys, and their mega hit was A Lover's Concerto, which spent 6 weeks at #1 in 1965. Well, June, her life devolved into not only drug abuse, but she actually at one point was selling drugs, and then she got throat cancer. For a singer, throat cancer is a devastating obstacle, but she beat it. She found the way within herself to get the power to say, I'm not going to let this stop me. And then my dear friend Mary Wilson from the Supremes, and as you know, I worked for Mary Wilson for a number of years. I called Mary and said, I really want to have you in this book. And Mary did something very interesting for the book. Rather than focusing on any particular obstacle in her life, and she has faced so many obstacles in her life. The collapse of her group, being dumped by her record company, the record company she'd been with for 20 plus years, the death of her son when he was 14 years old. She's faced so many obstacles, but she said, I don't want to focus on all those things. I don't want to focus on the negative. So what Mary did for the book is she provides what we're calling a special message of healing and hope. And her message is stop and be silent. When you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what your next step is, where you don't know what's expected of you, rather than making a rash decision, stop, go into yourself, be silent, and wait until you get the answer. And that really forms the epilogue of the book. That's the piece that ties all the other messages together at the end of the book. So again, it's a blending of ordinary people and some people who everyone will know and recognize. And I think the message is nice because it does convey that feeling that it doesn't matter who you are in life, whether you're just an ordinary person, whether you're a famous person, you're going to face adversity, you're going to face obstacles, but you have the power within yourself to overcome those obstacles and to believe in yourself and to achieve your goals. And, I told him that I was interested in writing a book, and he said, well, gee, I'd like to write a book too. And I said, okay, let's join forces. That was 2 years ago. And we just talked about the book for 2 years. And we talked, we're going to write this book. Yeah, we're going to write this book. Sure. Yeah, we're going to write this book. And that's all we ever did. We talked about it. And at the end of last year, it was literally New Year's Eve day, Jared and I were out running in the morning. And I said to him, this book isn't going to write itself. If this is something that's important to us, if this is one of our dreams and our goals, we have to commit to it. And let's make this our priority for 2013, getting this book done. He comes up with the title. We're running, and he says, well, how about this for the title? One Door Closes, Overcoming Adversity by Following Your Dreams. And for me, that was it. That was what the key that unlocked everything that had been trapped inside of me all those years. And I said, that's it. That is the title I've been looking for all these years. And from there, everything just flowed. Everything just flowed. I mean, so literally, we started writing this book in January, and it came out at the end of September. So it is very much like a birth, 9 months, 9 months in the making. And when we tell people that, people say, you're kidding, you wrote this book in 9 months?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, because everything fell into place. Once we had that clarity, and what our real goal was and what we want to accomplish with this book, everything just fell into place. In the book, there's someone that everyone can identify with. There are people who have faced health crises. There are people who have faced personal crises. There are people who have faced employment crises. So there's something in One Door Closes for everyone. No matter where you are in life right now, you're going to be able to identify with one or more of the people in the book. So that really was our criteria. But first and foremost, that inspiration. We wanted stories that were really inspirational and emotional.
So when you finished reading it, you felt good?
Absolutely.
You felt like there was something in each one of those stories, even if you might not have identified with all of the story, that you could kind of take with you as a tool for your own toolbox and say,
yes,
or have an aha moment kind of thing.
Exactly, yes.
Now, is there something in the book that would allow someone to carry that a step further?
That was our other goal with the book because, so often you read inspirational books like these, you read all these wonderful stories of people, you get to the end and you say, wow, that was really good. I feel so inspired now. What next? Now what do I do? So the second half of One Door Closes is a series of 10 self-assessment tools that you as the reader can use. You take what you've learned in the first half of the book from the 16 guides, and then you take that, you apply that to your own life, and using the self-assessment tools, you can design your own blueprint for success. The philosophy is this is how we're going to heal the world. One person at a time, person by person by person, exactly as you were saying. You have that feeling of inspiration and healing, you pass that along to the next person who passes it along, and eventually, ultimately that is our mission. Our mission is to change the world.
And I wish you the best success.
Thank you.
I truly do. Thank you. I am Ramona. The book is One Door Closes, Overcoming Adversity and Following Your Dreams. May you have a peaceful week.